On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, get a tour of St. Charles County's new Veterans Museum, see what's planned for the 2019 Heritage and Freedom Fest, and get an update on the Forest Park Subdivision Water Main Project. All this and more next on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to this episode of O'Fallon Matters. Our water department recently won an impressive award, and the next time you take a sip of tap water, you'll know why.
It's hard to describe the taste of water. Some say that water can be bitter, metallic, or even medicinal. But here in O'Fallon, we describe our water as the best. In fact, the city of O'Fallon was named the winner of the 2019 Water Taste Test by the Missouri section of the American Water Works Association.
We just go to a tap here in the city of the finished water, the same water that the customer drinks, and we put it in a 2-liter glass container, and we take that to the conference and submit it. And the professionals there, the waterworks professionals around the state get a chance to do the taste test on it.
The water team was honored at a recent city council meeting, and a representative of the AWWA was there to present this prestigious award.
Mayor, councilmen and women, and citizens of O'Fallon, I'm very happy to be here today representing the American Water Works Association. I don't know if you know what the American Water Works Association is, but nationally they're the organization that sets the standards for water treatment in the U.S. And we do something every year in the state of Missouri, as well as all the other states in the country, where we have a water taste test for who in Missouri will have the best tasting water. And I'm here and honored to present to the city of O'Fallon, they have the best tasting water in Missouri this year.
O'Fallon Water.
O'Fallon's water system consists of a 6 million gallon per day state-of-the-art RO/membrane water treatment plant with 5 alluvial wells. This water supply and treatment facility is complemented with 4 additional deep wells, 3 booster pump stations, high service pumps for elevated storage tanks, 3 ground storage tanks, and over 170 miles of cast iron, ductile iron, and PVC distribution lines. The system serves nearly 13,000 customers.
Here in O'Fallon, not only do we treat the water, as most municipalities do, but we also run a portion of our water through reverse osmosis to purify that water, to take it that extra step.
Our water department team works around the clock to ensure seamless service for our residents and ensure a safe, high-quality water supply. Their dedication to the safety of our residents is unmatched.
To have won this award, we put a lot of time and effort in, a lot of quality control, a lot of monitoring the water every step of the way. We never take our eyes off the ball. I think this award shows that we're doing a good job, and we're very proud.
Cheers to the city of O'Fallon for having the best tasting water in the state of Missouri.
Every veteran has a story, and for the first time in O'Fallon's history, there's a home for all of those stories and more at the St. Charles County Veterans Museum. OFallonTV's Brett Figgis is here with more.
What comes to mind when you hear D-Day or the Battle of the Bulge? How about the Korean War, Vietnam, or Afghanistan? You probably picture infantry charges, tank offensives, and bombing runs. But often forgotten is that behind every charge, driving every tank, and piloting every plane is a man or woman serving their country faithfully, and sometimes making the ultimate sacrifice on our behalf. Each of them has a story, and today, those stories will be preserved in the St. Charles County Veterans Museum. This museum was the brainchild of World War II veteran Ralph Borelli, who wanted to ensure our veterans will never be forgotten. Sadly, Ralph passed away before he could see his dream come true. With the help of the entire community, including Ralph's wife and son, we were proud to see the grand opening of the museum on a bright, sunny April day.
I want to thank the mayor of O'Fallon, and all the people in O'Fallon for passing the bill to make us have this building. And I want to thank all the businesses that cooperated and helped us, all the different organizations. It was amazing. They made it possible for Ralph to have his dream, to have a museum to honor all veterans.
He was just proud that we had this building to begin with, and for him to see all the displays and to see all the support that we've had, especially the community support throughout St. Charles County. It's been overwhelming. It's been just fantastic how people have given us a hand and been here whenever we need anything. They're always here. We just are extremely blessed to have our community throughout the whole county helping out.
Inside the museum, you'll find hundreds of artifacts from veterans representing all 5 branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. Authentic uniforms worn by St. Charles County servicemen and women stand proudly in display cases. Keepsakes and mementos of service can be found throughout the museum. On one wall, you can see Ralph Honorkamp's World War I era postcards to his sweetheart back home. Elsewhere, you can discover Andrew Rankin's Purple Heart Medal, received for sustaining wounds in Vietnam. A trip to the museum isn't complete without exploring the exhibit devoted to Ralph Borelli's service and his history of supporting veterans. The items in these displays are more than just photographs or souvenirs. They're part of the story of these men and women, a memory that will be preserved for years within the walls of the museum.
When we were kids, we really didn't know too much about what happened to my dad during the war. And as we got to be adults, my mom had him sit down one time and make an audio tape of his experience. And to realize that he was a prisoner of war and what he had gone through was amazing. And the fact that now other people can share in that same story, just as we are learning about other veterans, even from other wars, this place is really amazing.
I think it's important to remember them, especially when you get older, because I can remember everything about what happened to me during World War II, and it's really nice to know that everybody likes the stories.
The museum is open on Thursdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 10 to 4. Large groups are welcome, or come by yourself to explore the history of veterans in St. Charles County. And if you're a veteran, the museum would love to know your story. The museum is partnered up with the St. Charles County Library District to record and preserve veteran stories for generations to come. That's the true power of the St. Charles County Veterans Museum. No one is ever gone, as long as someone still has memories of them.
And we want everyone that comes in throughout the county, throughout even beyond the county, to come in and visit and go home with something that they can tell others about, just to show what our veterans went through, who they were, and how much they mean to all of us.
My dad's always been a hero, but now everybody knows that he was a hero.
Thanks for that story, Brett. And we encourage all our residents to visit the St. Charles County Veterans Museum. Next up, we're going to check in on all the fun that's going down at the O'Fallon Heritage and Freedom Fest. And this year promises to be bigger and better than ever. Joe Meyer is here with your 4th of July preview.
It's a blast of red, white, and blue, an explosion of excitement. It's O'Fallon, Missouri's Heritage and Freedom Fest at Ozzie Smith Sports Complex. And for over 30 years, O'Fallon's Heritage and Freedom Fest has played host to everything from booming fireworks under the stars to legendary music that inspired our patriotic passions. It's a place where we learn the value of community and share it with those we love. So let's get ready to have fun at the best 4th of July festival in the area.
We offer top-notch entertainment. We are going with one of the best rated companies for Carnival there is, and you cannot beat the pricing. It's free. It's absolutely free to park. It's a free shuttle service, free admission, and our lineup this year is absolutely amazing.
To kick off the festivities on July 3rd, rising country music artists Walker Hayes and Fillmore will dazzle the crowd. The festivities continue on the 4th with rock legends Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo, along with American Idol star Gabby Barrett. But what's a 4th of July celebration without fireworks? The Heritage and Freedom Fest puts on 2 stunning shows on the 3rd and 4th that will have audiences oohing and eyeing the whole time. The Jenna Dusty Milky O'Fallon fireworks display takes place at 10:15 p.m. on July 3rd and 9:30 p.m. on July 4th. So round up the family, find a patch of grass, and get ready to be amazed. On July 4th, start off your morning with the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce Firecracker Run. The race will kick off at 7 a.m. at Carshield Field. Runners can sign up for a 10K, 5K, or a 1-mile fun run. Then, the Heritage and Freedom Fest kicks off with an Independence Day parade that's one of the largest and most colorful in the area. The parade draws a crowd of thousands proudly dressed in red, white, and blue and cheering for the patriotic parade entries, vying for cash prizes and trophies. O'Fallon's Heritage and Freedom Fest parade officially kicks off at 9:30 a.m.
Man, I love it, and I just cannot wait to come back.
I love coming here. I've been coming here for 20 years, and it's the best. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Now, once you've enjoyed our parade, you can sit back and relax and watch a sideshow. The Street Drum Corps is a world-renowned, high-energy drum and percussion show that's been performing in musical tours, festivals, and events since they were formed in 2004. The trio had a vision to create something unique and unseen in the percussion world, and Street Drum Corps brings just that to audiences around the world. Once you watch this great show, you'll want to head over and check out the Carnival in Midway, produced by Wade Shows Incorporated, with more than 15 rides. There's something for everyone. Then test your skills at fun and challenging games on the Midway, or just sample some delicious festival food.
We do have a brand new carnival company this year. We are working with Wade Shows. They also do the Missouri State Fair, so they are offering a wide variety of new types and more exciting rides. We also have a new approach on how we're doing our ticketing. So it's going to be wristband sales. Those will be available in advance and also on the property.
And don't forget about the Heritage and Freedom Fest Kids Zone. Kids are going to love this area because it's just for them. Come during any of the Kids Zone hours to join the fun.
We are making all sorts of enhancements in our kids area, which is completely free to everyone who comes into the area. Additionally, there's going to be our new monster mural, which I'm very excited about. It's approximately 5 feet high and it's over 15 feet long. And it represents and embodies what O'Fallon is. It's the ability for people to come in, take a washable marker, go ahead and color in that mural over those days. And it's as simple as adding a little bit of water with a sponge, cleaning it, and starting fresh and new the next day. So we're very excited about the new monster mural.
From all the rides and games, to the incredible free entertainment, to the stunning fireworks spectacular, this is going to be a festival to remember. We can't wait to see you this year at the 2019 Heritage and Freedom Fest.
There's still a lot of work left to do, but our crews are making great progress on the Forest Park Subdivision Water Main Replacement Project. We caught up with Crew Supervisor Colin Murdoch for information on how the project is going.
What does a $100 million investment in our city's infrastructure look like? For residents in the Forest Park subdivision, it looks like this. We began a multi-year commitment to renewing our aging infrastructure throughout the city. And one of our highest priority projects was fixing the recurring water main breaks in this neighborhood.
So over in Forest Park, we have a water line replacement program that we've started up. There's a lot of main breaks. If you live in the area, you know what I'm talking about. And sometimes we have to shut the water off, sometimes we don't. There's boil advisories. So there's a lot of negatives to what's going on over in Forest Park. So what we're doing over there is we're going through and we're replacing all the water lines. and that's to give a reliability of service to the customer.
After studying the issue and meeting with residents, our crew settled on a course of action and got to work. With 5 miles of water main needing replacement, we broke Forest Park into 5 sections, and we'll be replacing one a year through 2023. This hopefully minimizes the impact on the residents of the neighborhood while fixing these aging mains in a timely fashion.
Right now we are at the corner of St. Joseph and St. Matthew. We're just getting ready to turn the corner and head south on St. Matthew. We have all the service lines done up to that point, and we have our restoration contractor coming in behind us, and he's starting to do driveways and street crossings and get some grass seed down.
Have questions about the Forest Park water main replacement project or any of the other infrastructure projects throughout the city? Head online to www.OFallon.mo.us/projects for maps, status updates, and more. During this project, it may be necessary to shut off residential water access for brief periods of time. Staff will notify residents of these shutoffs via door hangers, message boards, social media, and more. And keep an eye out for our work crews throughout this project. While 5 years might seem like a long time, just remember, they're working tirelessly to ensure our infrastructure is kept up to the standard our community deserves.
It is a slow process. We want to make sure the customers have good drinking water and have a reliable system. We're making sure everything's done right the first time and trying to get out of your hair as quickly as possible.
Each year, the community comes together to honor fallen law enforcement officers. This year's Peace Officer Memorial Ceremony featured emotional tributes and a rededication to service. Here are the highlights from that evening.
In 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation which designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which that date falls as Police Week. The memorial service began in 1982 as a gathering in Senate Park of approximately 120 survivors and supporters of law enforcement. Decades later, the event, more commonly known as National Police Week, has grown to a series of events which attracts thousands of survivors and law enforcement officers. And here in St. Charles County, police officers along with Bowie Funeral Home hold a Peace Officers Memorial Candlelight Service at St. Charles Memorial Gardens. This year marked the 27th anniversary. The service is dedicated to all men and women who serve our community and put their lives on the line to keep us safe. During the ceremony, officers, families of the fallen, and residents paid tribute to fellow officers and friends who have paid the ultimate sacrifice.
We're here today to honor those law enforcement officers who stood that line for their communities and sacrificed their lives in doing so. But we're not here just to honor their sacrifice. We're here to honor all law enforcement for the role that they play and the gift they've given us, and that is their service to keep us safe. God bless all those families who have lost an officer in the line of duty, and Godspeed to all those officers who are serving today. Thank you.
After Judge Bannis spoke, the surviving children of Officer Grant Jansen honored their father's service during the recognition of families section of the ceremony.
Many people may think it was better that I was young when he died, but what frustrates me the most is I don't really remember anything about my dad except for what other people have told me. I wish so bad I could remember his voice, his laugh, his smile, and his smell when he held me, but I just can't. I have had a great life so far, and I know I have so much to look forward to, but I do think about him not being at my high school graduation or missing out on walking me down the aisle when I get married and not holding his grandchildren, and it makes me sad.
The tradition of the roll call continued for those officers killed in the line of duty and those who died while serving.
David
and attendees
Lamb,
gathered in unity for the eternal candlelight ceremony. The service ended with a rededication to duty.
It's just important. It's part of our legacy. And it's not just for the police. It's for the citizens of St. Charles. These people gave their lives for the residents that they're sworn to support. And any support from the citizens makes the families feel better, that people still care, and we should care.
I just want to thank the Peace Officers Committee who helps put this on. They're a big help with us. All the dignitaries that show up every year, year in and year out, and all the families. I really want to thank them for coming and having the courage to be here and honor all their loved ones. It just means so much for us as the Bowie family and to our staff to help honor all these police officers for our 27th year. We really believe in everything that they do and what they give day in and day out, and their families and the sacrifices they make. And for us to be a part of this and to help host it means so much to us as a funeral home that serves our community.
Next time you run into a peace officer, thank them for their service, because they make sacrifices every day so that we can experience the joys of a safe community.
It's been a busy couple of years for our parks, and some of our biggest projects in decades are now wrapping up. But that doesn't mean our Parks and Recreation Department is slowing down anytime soon. OFallonTV's Brett Figgis sat down with city staff to determine what's coming up next for our parks.
Since the earliest days of O'Fallon's history, our city's parks have been at the center of our community. They're where we go to celebrate, to visit nature, to enjoy sports, or to just get outside. And it's never been a better time to be a park lover in O'Fallon, as over the past couple of years, we've wrapped up major additions across the city. The beautiful new O'Day Park recently opened to the south, and we're gearing up for another amazing season at the completely rebuilt Alligators Creek Aquatic Center. You can find incredible works of art scattered throughout the city and enjoy new events throughout the year. With the conclusion of so many parks projects, you might be wondering, what's next for our parks? Well, we sat down with the people who know our parks best to get the answer.
So where do we go from here? Good question. We haven't stopped. We have several things that are in the making right now. Lake Wetzel in Fort Zumwalt Park is being completely renovated, so if you drive in there, there's probably not any water left in the lake. We will be dredging that lake and reconfiguring it for a better fish habitat. We will be installing a ADA surface around the entire perimeter of Lake Wetzel, and then we'll finish it with overlaying the road in Fort Zumwalt Park. So by October of this year, you'll see a completely new setting out there. And then we're in the process of working with the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board to design a dog park on the northern portion of O'Fallon. Within the next few months, we'll have that laid out, and then we'll start working on the design. So you'll hopefully see that dog park within the next few years here on the north side of town. And then probably one of the most exciting projects that we're just starting to dabble in is taking a look at Westhoff Park. It was built in the 1960s and early 1980s, and the ball fields there are in need of some renovation, so we're looking at how we can reconfigure those, add to the concessions, and just make a better experience for everyone that visits that park. So just stay tuned, we're not done yet, and we will keep moving forward with more new projects and renovations in all of our O'Fallon parks.
Our recreation staff also have big plans for the future, as our new civic facilities allow them to expand their programming in exciting ways.
The exciting part about having the new facilities and the expansions and additions that we've had is gives us the opportunity to roll out some new aerobic classes. We have an adventure camp that we want to do at O'Day. It's kind of an older age group for camps. We're going to do some species identification, and we're going to teach kids how to do some outdoor activities. We've got the expansion at Alligators Creek. We're going to try to do some water walking. We're going to expand our lap swimming. We are even thinking about doing some yoga, some poolside yoga in the mornings or in the evenings. So I think we get some great opportunities to offer some more programming, expand some programming at the new facilities.
Sports Park at the south end of O'Fallon is synonymous with soccer, but the north side of town can expect to see new soccer programs as well.
So we're really excited about Dames Park, having the opportunity to expand soccer into Dames Park. We have a tournament coming up, a 4v4 tournament, along with a skills challenge. And we really are excited about being able to offer this and really expanding that into some fall and maybe next year having some more soccer at Dames.
It's an exciting time for parks in O'Fallon, and we can't wait for our residents to explore everything our parks have to offer. With over 400 acres of parkland, hundreds of classes, programs, festivals, and events throughout the year, there's something to offer for everyone in our community. Looking for something to do? Head over to www.ofallon.mo.us/parksandrec to see what our parks can do for you.
Thanks for joining us today. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@ofallon.mo.us. Please remember, give back to your community, because O'Fallon matters to all of us.